welcome to another episode of Toy Talk Wrestling. Today we're going to talk about SmackDown, March 14th, 2025. I apologize, I am sick, stuffy nose, and I don't feel good, I'm tired, and blah 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 blah. I'm cranky. It's really cranky today, so I'm going to go and speed through this as much as possible. I'm only going to talk about things that I want to talk about, so if you don't like it, too bad. Anyways, just kidding. But let's go ahead and talk about some of the things on SmackDown. So WWE has started their European tour. So they were in Barcelona. So I think on Fridays it's gonna be pre-recorded, but on Mondays it will be live. And I think this Monday they'll be in Brussels, and I believe that starts at the regular time for, obviously, for Brussels at 8 p.m. So I think on the East Coast it's like 3 p.m. and for the West Coast it's like 12. So I'm not sure if I'm going to make a video that day because I do have some stuff I need to do, and I don't know if I'm going to come back on time and make a video and have a video on that day, but I'll try. If not, it'll be the regular day on Tuesday, but I'm going to try and put it out the same day, so be on the lookout for either Monday or Tuesday. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about SmackDown. Let's start with the ladies. Only got 2 stories here. We got Kathy Kelly interviewed Jade Cargill, basically, talking about what happened, how did she find out, and all the other stuff. I'm not gonna tell you guys to watch it, but the point of the interview was it was interrupted by Liv and Raquel, and Kathy was like, do you mind, I'm doing an interview here and everything else, and Liv was basically talking shit to Kathy Kelly, saying, oh, it's about time to do an interview, and Jade's like, please don't interrupt, this is really important, I really need to say my piece or whatever like that. And Liv was like, no, I will not shut up. Because of you and your attack, I kept getting blamed for attacking you and stuff like that and all the other stuff, blah blah blah. And Jade Cargill's like, you better be lucky that I wasn't there, because you would not have those titles if I was there. And they were like, oh, that's rich or whatever like that. And Jade Cargill's like, you know what, I don't need a title to beat your ass, I will see you next week. And then this made me laugh. This made me laugh. Liv Morgan was like, alright, well, try not to get pushed into any cars between now and then. I was like, damn, Liv, we ain't gonna do her like that, and stuff like that. It was just crazy. So next week, they will have a match between Liv versus Jade Cargill. I don't know. See, here's the thing, I'm pretty sure that Raquel get involved. Now, I don't know, does Bianca come out and try to help Jade or not? I don't know. I mean, Jade's kind of suspicious of Bianca. She's like, she couldn't believe that Bianca actually teamed up with Naomi after what happened. But apparently, Bianca didn't know that Naomi freaking, pushed Jade Cargill into the car, allegedly. So, she really can't be suspicious, can she? Allegedly, I guess. But anyways, we'll see what happens. I think that she probably will go and help her, you know what I'm saying, to save face, or to look like a face anyway. That's my thing. Anyways, that's what I'm thinking, but who knows. Anyways, Charlotte Flair had a match with B-Fab. Obviously, Charlotte Flair won with the figure 8, and she would not let go of the figure 8. She held on for like the figure freaking 32. And she finally let go. Here comes Tiffany Stratton. Her and Tiffany pretty much fought around the ring, outside the ring, and the audience and stuff like that. Ended up doing, I think Tiffany Stratton ends up doing a moonsault off of the Titantron or something like that on her and everything else. They're trying to make this match like a really great feud, but I don't know if it's because I'm sick. I'm just not feeling it. I'm really just not feeling it. Like, I would want this match to be over with, honestly. I don't know, maybe they can change my mind. We have what, 36 days until WrestleMania? Maybe they can change my mind till then, but right now I'm just like, I don't care. I just don't care. Anyway, let's move on. We had a match between Randy Orton and Carmelo Hayes. This was a really good match. I really enjoyed this match. Eventually Orton won with the RKO after being put into the first 48 by Carmelo Hayes, and out of nowhere RKO. And then Randy Orton, he was trying to be a sportsmanship, and he helps Hayes up, and he was about to shake Hayes' hand, and Carmelo Hayes is like pushes him to the side, like shoves him, stuff like that, and Randy goes, he shrugs and says, "Oh well," and then gives him another RKO, right? And then the crowd was yelling, "Punt, punt, punt, punt." So takes a deep breath and he backs up into the corner, right? He's about to do the punt, and then here comes Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens pulls Carmelo Hayes out of the ring. Randy Orton kind of gets a little bit of a piece of Kevin Owens, but Kevin Owens ends up getting away, and so that was that. Pretty sure that Kevin Owens probably going to jump Randy Orton next week. At least that's what I'm thinking. Unless he's doing another interview in his car about Randy Orton, I'm not even sure. Because I honestly think that remember when he told Cody that he actually likes Randy Orton? He was actually his friend, so I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll see. We shall see. So you had LA Knight. LA Knight was talking to the crowd, talking about how he's glad to have the title back to where it belongs, that he's a 2-time United States Championship and everything else. And then you had Jimmy Uso come out, and Jimmy Uso's basically like, I'm desperate to my way to get to WrestleMania. I'm losing options here, and I feel the only option I have is to challenge you for that title. And I was thinking, oh, that should be a good match, especially at WrestleMania. LA Knight versus Jimmy Uso, that should be good, right? So as soon as LA Knight was about to say something, you hear Solo's music, and Solo, Jacob R2, and Tama Tonga come out and sort of like, look here, if there's anybody that deserves a title shot for that title, it's Jacob R2, saying that basically the LA Knight pretty much stole the win from Jacob when they had the three-way for the #1 contender match. And he said hi to Jimmy, basically saying that Jimmy is the biggest failure in the family, and Jimmy was like, I'm the biggest failure. The only thing I failed at was trusting you as a little brother, and the only thing that you failed at was not keeping the Ulafala and losing to the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, right? So then they got mad. So then I think it was Solo and Tama Tonga was up on the apron, and then Jimmy and LA Knight kind of like went after them, but then they got attacked from behind by Jacob R2, and then they ended up all in a fight and all this other stuff. And then then Braun Strowman comes in and pretty much evens it up. So now it's 3-on-3. Nick Aldis comes out. He says, I see what's going on here. This is, and everything else, right? And then he said something in Spanish because they're in Barcelona, Spain. And basically he made a match for a 6-man tag between the new Solo's bloodline versus Jimmy, Braun, and LA Knight. It ends up the fact that it ended up with Jimmy, Braun, and Knight winning after Jimmy took Jacob outside. Solo got knocked. Solo taking out Knight outside, and then Braun Strowman pinned Tama Tonga. And then Jacob R2 gets up from being knocked out. He gets up and pretty much attacked. Well, not pretty much. He did attack. He attacked Braun Strowman. He did 3 moonsaults on him, and then even when Braun Strowman still got up, Jacob was about to go up the ramp. He turns around. He sees Braun Strowman beating up out of the ring. He goes around and he spears him in the barricade, and that was pretty much it. Now, I don't know what it is that they're going to do here. I could see they could have a 4-way for the title at WrestleMania between LA Knight, Braun Strowman, Jacob Fatu, and Jimmy Uso. They can do another 6-man tag. They can do LA Knight versus Jimmy Uso. They can have some kind of a match to see who goes after LA Knight before WrestleMania. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that whatever it is, I'm pretty sure that Jacob and Braun Strowman are probably gonna have a match at WrestleMania somewhere. I don't know if it's a singles match or a 6-man or a 4-way or what it is, but I know these two are probably gonna go at least I think they are. At least that's what it looks like anyways. But whatever, I don't know. We'll see. Moving on. We had a match between Damian Priest versus Shinsuke Nakamura. It ended up in a disqualification when Drew McIntyre pretty much attacks Damian Priest. And then Shinsuke does the I can't even say the word. He does his finishing move on Priest, and then basically Drew McIntyre just comes up with the leftover pieces and just pretty much beats the crap out of him, and Drew McIntyre pretty much beat the crap out of him. He steps at his head and pretty much knocks him out, and then when Damian Priest was about, and then Drew goes up the ramp, right? So then when Damian Priest he's pulling himself up, he eventually, because the security guards are walking him out, because you know how tight security is on WWE. It's very great. He goes and gets free, and he pretty much claymores. He pretty much claymores Damian Priest, and then he says, "I'm gonna keep doing this to you and make your life a little bit hell for the rest of your life." Blah blah blah, in the ring. So I'm just waiting for them to just keep pushing this match, or keep pushing this supposedly match, because we don't know the match yet. But supposedly match up into WrestleMania, see how this is going to work. I mean, so far it's giving me a little bit interested every day, but we'll see. We had Miz TV, and normally I don't like to talk about the Miz because I'm thinking he's being worn out, but Miz TV had Cody Rhodes. Basically, before he introduced Cody Rhodes, he was talking about how Cody Rhodes should have taken his advice and got the sold his soul to The Rock and everything else. Instead, he got his ass whooped by the two best rappers ever, and I'm like, who's that? And he's like, Travis Scott and John Cena, and I'm like, no, really, who is that? Who are the two best rappers in the world? No, I'm like, no, seriously, who? And said that he's probably not gonna do what he did at WrestleMania, and that's beat John Cena. And then, he introduces Cody Rhodes, and Cody Rhodes comes out, and he's not wearing a suit, he's wearing his sweats and the track jacket and the tank top underneath and everything else. And of course the crowd, I always enjoyed international audiences because they always make the simplest things or the simplest matches seem so just not simple. Just so big, because I think they're so grateful for them to be there. So I can understand that. I can understand that for sure. But they're singing his woes really loud. I always enjoy that when people sing the woes. That's what I look forward to the woe. Anyways, right? Miz is like, cut the music. I don't have time for a Cody sing along right now. I'm like, I'm gonna ask the hard hitting questions to Cody. And then Cody pretty much attacks him, put him in a crossroads, and says, I don't want to talk to the Miz. The only person I want to talk to is John Cena. He's like, please, Cena, please grace us with your presence. Oh yeah, that's right, you're not here, but you'll be on Monday. Guess what? So will I. Right, and I think on Monday, they're going to be in Italy? Oh wait, no, on Monday they're going to be in Brussels. On Friday, they're going to be in Italy. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. So, but yeah, he just came out, did that, and he left. And I'm like, yep, that's the Cody Rhodes we need. We need this Cody Rhodes. We need this Cody Rhodes. We need the. We're not doing interviews. We're not talking to people. We need to talk to John Cena. So it's finally hear what John Cena has to say, because it's been like forever since we fucking heard anything from Mr. Cena himself. We had a match between Gunther and one of the people from the hometown who's also in WWE. He is half of the NXT champion. I'm gonna mess up this guy's name. Axiom, I think is his name. I think he's like the first Spaniard to ever be signed to WWE. He actually gave Gunther a run for his money. Eventually ends up losing to Gunther, obviously. But I mean, he did great. The crowd loved him. Why wouldn't they? He's from there. He ends up getting into us after the pin. Gunther puts him in a sleeper hold, but Gunther ends up letting him lose, and there was no Jey Uso, which I'm kind of glad. Because I was like, oh my gosh, are we doing this again? But no, we did not. I'm like, oh, thank God. Paul Heyman introduced yesterday, March 14th, as Roman Reigns Day, because Roman's on the cover of the WWE 2K25, which came out yesterday, I believe. And, basically talked about how Punk's not on there, and how Seth Rollins is not on there, and the crowd shouting CM Punk. The crowd was singing Seth Rollins' song. Paul Heyman says he hates that song. He hates that song so freaking much. He hates Seth Rollins so freaking much, and they basically said that if people had a problem about Roman Reigns Day, they can talk to him about it next week. And the crowd started booing and all that stuff. And Paul Heyman goes, don't boo. To get some cheap plane tickets and fly your ass over to Italy next week. So he will be there next week. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm pretty sure CM Punk is going to confront him for sure. Anyways, the last thing I want to talk about is the Tag Team Championship match between DIY and the Street Profits. This was actually a really good match. I really enjoyed it. The Street Profits ends up winning by Gargano and Ciampa pretty much had a miscommunication when they're trying to do meet in the middle, and I believe it was Dawkins that was in the middle. He moved and got hit in the head by Gargano, and then Dawkins powerbombed Gargano and then tagged in Montez Ford. Montez Ford did the fox drive from the heavens, and 1, 2, 3, we got new tag team champions. I'm so glad that the Street Profits are tag team champions again. It's been way too long. It's been at least 4, 5 years now. So I'm really glad they're back on top. So they will be going to WrestleMania, hopefully, unless something else happens or some shit like that, as tag titles, and hopefully they can defend their titles, and hopefully they can keep their titles for a little while. But it was I don't know if it was a good SmackDown or not, but the crowd made it seem good. So if the crowd like it, I like it. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Okay, bye.